Time to start swearing while we can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. IWC Wrestling is officially on the road to Super Indy 9, back at CCAC Southwest Mifflin, Pennsylvania. Joe Dombrowski joined frequently does is the esteemed Jay Farnsworth. Welcome back once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how happy I am to not be in Elizabeth.
Logan Shulo was the first man to qualify for Super Indy 9, which of course is our next big DVD release and a big live event Saturday, May 8th, 2010. Now we're going to hear from Logan Shulo and his mic stand. Logan Shulo making reference to the fact he not only wants to win Super Indy 9 and win the Super Indy Championship, but also earn a tag team title shot for the win here in this match.
Why not? I mean, why stop at one belt? Why not take all of them if you got the ability? Speaking of ability.
Johnny Gargano calls himself the whole shebang. Another athlete who has qualified for Super Indy 9. Defeated Jason Gory for that honor. Gargano is a former Super Indy champion. Had to surrender the belt due to injury. Wants to prove a point that he's still worthy of holding the title.
First things first, I have no idea what Hentai said. Tonight, we're teaming up. We never got spoke before. But tonight, we got a shot. You understand this? We got a chance to be the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Now, please do, it's Super Indy. We're not going to be that out anymore. Tonight, me and you are a cohesive unit. Against Michael the Bomber Facade and Jason Gory. I know the Bomber very well. We're former tag team champions. But tonight, I'll speak your language. Let's rock and roll, pal.
Gargano and Shulo hoping to coexist and get along for the sake of the greater good. Super Indy, it'll be every man for himself, but tonight, these two give me diverse and different personalities coexisting together in really what you got to consider a makeshift team.
I got to tell you, well, I really did like their chances, but now they got rid of the chair. So.
Well, the sign says free Facade. Facade needs free from a lot of locations every now and again, but not to be surprised when you're a graffiti artist, a spray paint enthusiast, and indeed, the suburban terrorist.
Very true. But we're glad to see him out and able to make it here with us tonight.
He's happy to be here as well. He could earn a tag team title opportunity. Facade has had a few wars with his tag team partner tonight, but an underlying mutual respect seems to be there. Two men cut from the same cloth, you could say.
Very true.
Facade being frisked once again. Gory is a former IWC Tag Team Champion as a part of Babyface Fire. And you speak about Babyface Fire, what a big singles win for Jason Gory a week ago when he defeated Shima Xion in Franklin at our Night of Legend.
Not an easy feat, but you can't rest on your laurels here. As happy as I am for him for getting that victory, it means nothing right now.
Well, I think it was a major confidence boost for Jason Gory to prove that he could do it, to prove that he was not the weaker link of the Babyface Fire tag team, that he wasn't a failure and a choke artist, and someone who's not living up to their potential like Shima Xion claims. Jason Gory proved that even though he hasn't put on as many miles as Shima Xion, he's every bit as good as his former partner.
Confidence and $2 will get you a cup of coffee.
Could get him a tag title shot here in this match. How do you assess these tag teams? Two duos here who have really never teamed together in a standard 2-on-2 environment. Gargano said himself he's never even spoken to Logan Shulo before, but one of these teams will hit the lottery. They'll get a tag team title opportunity at the reigning champions Irish Europe. How do you assess the chances of each side?
Well, honestly, the way I look at it is you're looking at three guys who don't necessarily have the same style, have a similar style, and then Logan Shulo, who's towering above everyone else there. Honestly, I kind of have to give the advantage to Logan Shulo and Johnny Gargano just because of the size and presence that the main event, not the main event, what am I calling here? Logan Shulo brings to the tag team.
Well, Logan Shulo certainly thinks he's in the main event, wants to be in the main event of Super Indy 9 May 8th. We'll see if he is. But you're talking about former tag team partners. You have two former tag team championship partners in the ring right now, Johnny Gargano and Michael Facade. They were a first-time team, and they made history by winning the titles on the first night.
Well, they know each other, as you can see here.
Back and forth, center ring. Gargano more of a mat game. Facade likes that reckless style, likes to strike, likes to fly. Beautiful counter wrestling, and we end in a stalemate.
They know what to expect from each other. You have to believe that these two essentially zero each other out.
Go Ninja, go from this crowd in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. CCAC South Jayworth, so much history here surrounding IWC. Haven't been here since August of 2004.
Very true.
The main event of that live event was AJ Styles and Homicide in a respect match. And so many major marquee past, present, and future names have been through these hallowed halls.
Including, I should point out, Jay Worthington Farnsworth.
You don't say.
I do. Logan, you want to talk about names in IWC? Let's talk about that one.
Let's talk about the name of Logan Shulo. Calls himself the front man. Wants to be the center of attention.
Not the main event?
Not yet. Well, if you ask him, he might say yes. But Logan Shulo, outside of wrestling, he's a musician. And certainly a front man in the music world. Can he take that persona, that confidence, and channel it into bettering himself as a wrestler? It seems it has worked so far, and he's found that missing again, the word confidence, that Logan Shulo lacked in his first year and a half. Logan Shulo believes he's that good, but he may believe he's a little too good.
Honestly, look at him. He should believe he's that good, and that's honestly what you have to believe. You should never walk into the ring thinking, well, maybe I'll win. You have to believe you're going to win.
Beautiful drop kick, nicely done. And Gory strings it with the elbow, cover and no.
And Shulo smartly dumping outside. He can't match the quickness.
And Gargano doesn't give Gory a moment to breathe, but he got sent to the outside as well. And it doesn't take a clairvoyant to figure out where we're going. We're going elevated. Down the double helos to the outside.
And Jason Gory lands on his feet. What a show of acrobatics.
Pound for pound, Gory and Facade may be the quickest twosome IWC's ever produced.
If you want to offset the size and strength of someone like Logan Shulo or the mat ability of someone like Johnny Gargano, this is the way to do it. You keep on them. If they get out, then you get up and you hit them with something quick again.
Let's talk a little about Super Indy 9. Huge field of 12. Talk about Colin Delaney making his IWC return. Frightmare from Chicago is able to debut. Justin Idol qualified over Michael Facade a week ago in Franklin.
He was a tag. I would have put that out.
Aerial maneuver by Gory for 2-0. And talking about Aerial, the tag team of Arrow Form, Flip Kendrick and Lewis Linden in individual competition in Super Indy. Prince Mustafa Ali debuts. Lindsay Dorado from Chikara. Whomever the reigning champion is will also be entered in addition to the winner of tonight's Shima Xion Reyes match. And Shulo and Facade collide in midair. Who got the worst of it? I think it's Facade.
I want to point out, Logan Shulo knew something was up. He shoved away from Jason Gory, got some distance, got some time to clear his head. I think Facade took a big risk by still going with that slingshot maneuver, that top rope catapult move, and he's paying for it now.
Facade literally inches from making the tag to Gory, fingertips even, but Shulo put the brakes on.
Shulo's switching around.
I'll check out this roll through. Step over toe hold, and it's going to stretch all the body weight of Shulo back. And that puts pressure on the toe, on the calf, on the knee of Michael Facade.
And Shulo wisely took all 4.5 of that 5 count before he broke the hold.
And keep in mind, this year's Super Indy, a field of 12, no buys. It's going to end in a 3-way elimination match in the finals. First time in Super Indy history that's happened.
New owner, Chuck Roberts, shaking it up a bit.
Missile drop kick by Shulo for a near fall. And so far, both these teams have been working well together. Haven't seen a lot of tags, but certainly we've seen cohesion.
Haven't seen a lot of tags on between Shulo and Gargano, although there was one. I think Facade and Gory were tagging pretty well there for a bit. A lot of quick tags trying to keep the opponents off the game.
The overhead neck mare, follow through knee, quick combo by Gargano. Gargano is so inventive and so instinctive in between those ropes. And you can tell by his body language, he thinks he has something to prove. Former Super Indy champion vacated due to injury, and Gargano takes off Facade's gi. Usually that's a sign that Facade's ready to finish this thing off, but it may be just the opposite here tonight.
It might be that he's finished. You know, you had mentioned
cover 2-0.
Gargano known for his mat work. However, we've seen a lot of... Thank you, Chuck. We've seen a lot of striking out of him tonight. Maybe changing the game plan up, trying to go with a different facet of his abilities to so that I'm sorry, I'm choking here.
Well, Shulo cover 2-0,
so that Michael the Bomber Facade doesn't know what's coming.
Gargano and Shulo, even though this match is about the tag team titles, they need to keep in mind Super Indy 9 back of their heads. Gargano and Shulo could meet somewhere in that tournament. We don't know the bracketing yet.
Yeah, very true. They may see each other again.
Facade trying to battle free to get to a corner. When you got the big frame of Shulo in your way, it's certainly difficult to say the least.
hard shots to the solar plexus, to the stomach. You want to slow someone down. The two ways to do it are take out the leg or take out that core. You can either do the back or the front. It'll slow someone down quick. And we saw Shulo work on the leg, and now we're seeing Johnny Gargano work on the core a bit.
Gargano and Shulo have effectively cut off the ring at its hypotenuse. Facade is isolated in the Gargano-Shulo portion of the ring. Now has worked more towards the center, but now he's got Gargano on top of him.
So look at you, you're breaking out the big words because we're back at college, hypotenuse. You're making the CCAC Fighting Goats proud. They are the Fighting Goats, right?
Excuse me? Goats? I don't think those are goat prints on the wall, but be that as it may. Facade fights his way free. Gargano attempts to stay a step ahead, but Facade, with pinpoint precision, right to the side of the head of the whole shebang.
Facade, honestly, as much as he needs the tag, he needs to take the free moment he has to clear the cobwebs. There we go.
Dual tags, Shulo on the receiving end of the offense of Jason Gory. And Gory exploding. Just as good as Shima Xion. Maybe a little bit better than Shima Xion. Let's build off of that. Let's build to a tag title shot. Gory is 2 for the price of 1 with the double knees. Could be Ono.
A good save by the whole shebang there.
Facade lifeless in the corner. It's up to Gory to fight this matchup for the team. Went for the knees again. Went to the once too often. The southpaw with a discus forearm. Gory got long darted.
Right to the second turnbuckle.
Jumping neck breaker. Nicely done. Gonna do it now.
And Gory barely kicked out. You gotta wonder how much he has left.
And you gotta wonder how Gargano and Shulo would fare against Irish Airborne.
It's also worth pointing out, Shulo is down. He is laying on the side of the ring.
And look at Facade get involved. And with the Bulldog.
Jumped over the ropes, hit a second rope spring into that Bulldog. Impressive aerial lift.
Look how Ref is down. I was going to question if a tag was made on either side. I guess it doesn't matter now. Shulo's got this one perhaps.
And no, there's no one to make the count.
Bobby Williams is down. On that mic stand. We saw the mic stand involved against Jimmy Vegas a week ago. Shulo gonna revisit that. And Gargano's saying no. I think Gargano wants to win this his way because he has his own point to prove. And now egos are getting the better of this tag team.
Why on earth would you argue with it? You have a great opportunity.
And now the collision between Gargano and Shulo. Facade with the in-ring moonsault. It's called a quebrada. And Gory gonna fall with one of his own. Facade's got the cover and the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners and the #1 contenders for the IWC Tag Team Championship, Jason Gory and Michael Facade.
You have to put the defeat squarely at the feet of the whole shebang, Johnny Gargano there. What was he thinking? There was a beautiful opportunity to wrap a guy with the mic stand.
Absolutely, it was a good opportunity, but it boils down to Shulo and Gargano having separate agendas. They each had their own points to prove, their own message to send. Facade and Gory, they didn't have Super Indy in their mind. They had one thing, tag title opportunity, and it paid off. They were Power Gory and Facade going to fare against Dave and Jake Chris.
Honestly, they had a great showing here tonight, but they're going to be facing a tag team that knows each other a lot better than Shulo and Gargano. They had better spend some quality time together, get used to each other's style pretty quick, because they have a hell of a challenge in the champs coming up.
Absolutely true. Dave and Jake Chris, Irish Airborne, got to be looking on from some sort of monitor or get a copy of this DVD, that's for sure. Facade and Gory are in their future. And Shulo is picking up that mic stand again. Shulo's not left this ring. He's eyeing up this mic stand. And it looks like we may have a proverbial malfunction in the junction. Shulo and Gargano trying to work out the kinks in this partnership.
And you can see the frustration on Logan's face.
We're happy the official. Wait a second.
There it is. Show them how it's done, son.
Shulo with that mic stand right into Gargano's midsection, right into the back as well. We gotta get some sort of order out here.
I don't know. I think Logan Shulo's got everything well under control.
Shulo,
he and his buddy Mike.
Hey, Shulo has grown frustrated here. Will this be what we see at Super Indy 9? Gargano and Shulo both had a point to prove. Neither accomplished it, but Shulo sends a message. Is it his destiny? Is it his fate to capture the Super Indy Championship when we return to Elizabeth? The front man may be the front winner for the Super Indy Championship, but Gargano may have something to say about that in time. Well, it looks like whatever legal threats and finagling the Bulldog was doing to attempt to get power of our locker room away from the franchise Shane Douglas has worked. The franchise was the director of wrestling operations, basically controlling the wrestling aspect of IWC, while Chuck Roberts, as the new owner, controlled the business side. Bubba the Bulldog, as the founder of IWC, claimed he was unfairly shut out and wanted some justice. It appears Bubba, who has a rich history in this building, may have gotten his wish.
And I'll give you a chance to talk because you're going to explain yourself. Come here to me if you would, please. Meeting in the center. Would you like to explain to me for one moment why today, 1:00 p.m., I get a letter of resignation from the franchise Shane Douglas? Would you like to explain that to me, Bubba? Would you like to explain to me why you had to come out and interrupt me and kick off in January? Would you like to explain that? And would you like to explain, Bubba, why you have to send in videos to Jesse and Mark instead of calling on my cell phone, which I know you have? Would you like to explain yourself to me and these things? Actually, Chuck, I would. You know, Chuck Roberts, one thing about Bubba the Bulldog is it seems like every time I come to an IWC wrestling.
Well, Chuck felt...
But this is the same franchise Shane Douglas, who is the head of wrestling operations, chose to put himself in a match to get himself over in Radford, Pennsylvania. The same night that he got all the fans chanting in Radford, Pennsylvania, ICW.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Because standing in front of you is the new director of wrestling operations for the IWC. And how can I do that? How can I do that? Back to the history lesson. I own the name IWC. So I sent the video in to Jesse and Mark say hi. Because I don't want you to have time to plan. You've already proven when you have time to plan the decisions that you So, sir, there's two options. I said it in the video. You can do it the easy way, or you can do it the hard way. The easy way, I handle everything back there. Everything that happens inside this ring comes from me. You handle everything out here. Sell tickets, sell concessions, make this money, and I'll make sure when these people spend their money, every single one of them, whether they like me or whether they hate me, I will make sure that what happens inside this ring is the best independent wrestling promotion in the United States of America. You don't have to cheer me, you can boo me. I don't care. But now let's get to the hard way. Trust me. You want the best. We have the hard way.
First thing I want to tell you is, despite everything that you just said, most of it being historically factual, most of it being true, despite my thoughts and despite my opinions, here's what I don't care for. You're supposed to be a man. You could have called me. You could have talked to me. 2 months ago when you were telling me, oh, I got specials, come down to my bar, and I go down there, and you're nowhere to be found. You could have come to see me because I know you were there. You could have done that. You didn't do that. So guess what, Bubba? You get 1 pass for not being a man. 1. Here's the deal. It's hard enough to make this go for each and every one of these people that love this product. You love this product? And you got me a great time on the start roller first year. I don't want to do this the hard way. So guess what? We'll do it the easy way on one condition. The moment this becomes the Bubba Show, the moment you don't think about these people, the moment that this becomes something to feed that ego that I know you have and enjoy, I'm telling each and every one of you out there, Jan, you've been with us a long time, and I love you to death, and this bitch, here's the deal. I will shut this company down because I don't need that animation, and I'm not taking their money and paying these guys for your show. Is that fair? It's one condition. If you don't like that, my friend, then we might as well just stop the show right now. Do I have a deal?
All right, good night, folks.
You got a deal.
Bubba the Bulldog, Director of Wrestling Operations.
Not how I saw this coming down.
Wait a second. Now that we've shaken hands and we have a deal, I am the Director of Operations of Wrestling. And I committed that I would put the best wrestling product in the world. So let's see, what just happened in Indy? Let's see. Logan Shulo took it upon himself to beat up his partner, Johnny Gargano, right? How about this? Super Indy, May 8th, first round, Logan Shulo versus Johnny Gargano. Time out. This is sort of fun. Part 2. Facade and Gory beat Gargano and Shulo, which makes them the number 1 contenders. And in my book of professional wrestling, the number 1 contenders get a title shot. So Super Indy, May 8th, for the Tag Team Championship in IWC, it'll be Irish Airborne against Facade and Gory.
Well,
Hey, Bubba. I like that. I'm cool with that. That's cool. You're in charge out there, right?
Absolutely.
I'm in charge out here. All these people in the business, right?
Absolutely.
You know what and who that includes?
What?
You. Guess who gets to say what matches and when, pal? I do. See, Bubba?
Bubba off to a good start, but the power struggle may have only just begun.
I thought we were shutting it down.
Brandon Day, a 10-year pro based in the state of Virginia. Started wrestling at the age of 16, and since then has taken him up and down this side of the country. Various NWA affiliates, Ring of Honor, and a number of other high-profile organizations in his resume. Dustin Reyes, the Messiah of the New Age, a 7-year pro. On his way into the we've seen him before here in IWC. And our Night of Legends 2009, you can see this pre-show. However, this is Dustin Reyes' first opportunity at making some major waves. Jay Worth, this is our latest in a series of proving ground matches.
I am impressed by the physiques of both gentlemen. Let's see what they can do.
Those sounds were underway. Brandon Day in the singlet, one-on-one with Dustin Reyes. Two men who have amassed a reputation for themselves over the past several years in several regional organizations around the area. And as a result, have been given an opportunity to earn a shot into IWC. We saw a great matchup in our first proving ground match at kickoff between Nicky Valentino and Joseph Brooks. Both men were reacted very favorably to back then. It's the fans who decide who stays and who goes.
And honestly, one of the smarter decisions Chuck has made, instead of just randomly, trying to bring new people in based upon reputation, or you see a video or something, he actually brings them in and gives them a tryout, for lack of a better term, here. See how they run in IWC. That way you get some first-hand knowledge should you decide you ever need to bring someone in.
Absolutely. I understand that Nicky Valentino's been battling a pretty serious stomach injury lately. We wish him the best and hope to see him in IWC ring real soon. Joseph Brooks, another guy that impressed. Certainly would love to see him back as well. And two more names added to the hat here. The more proving ground matches we do, the more sparse, the more rare getting a spot actually becomes. This roster's going to fill up quick. Pace quickens here. Reyes that comes out on top of the arm drag. Jay comes back with one of his own. Double drop kick, standoff center in.
I was impressed by Dustin Reyes getting out of the way of that big boot. I figured had he ate that from Brandon Day, that would have been the turning point right there. But a way to spin out of the way. I wasn't expecting such dexterity.
Brandon Day, he's a real student of the game. Let me tell you, he has studied under athletes like Steve Carino, Terry Taylor, and Ricky Steamboat in his time in this business. Brandon Day always looking to get to that next level. But it's Reyes now with the takedown.
I'd say the only real flaw I've seen out of either of them is Dustin Reyes so far hasn't gotten a good handful of hair. It really helped to pull the guy down.
Well, that's true. Day tries to send Reyes for the ride reversal. Day puts the brakes on. Dustin almost to the outside, able to hang on. Brings in. Crossbody by Dustin Reyes. Cover and two.
And it looked like almost they both were trying to go for it, and Dustin Reyes just powered through with that.
Check this out, Reyes could be looking to go pile driver from here. He calls this the catalyst. Could be the catalyst to an IWC contract, but a counter by Day. Pump, slam. Cover 2-0. Brandon Day probably feels right at home here at CCAC South. He actually has a master's degree in education.
Those learned knees driving him right into Dustin Reyes' head and chest. Day
misses in the corner. Reyes is drag. Reyes. You can see a lot of great counter wrestling. And Day able to spring in with a spear.
Almost a slingshot spear.
Shades of Johnny Gargano, who we of course saw earlier tonight. And Day maybe looking to finish this off.
Rest in peace, Johnny Gargano.
What?
Oh, really? Is he going to come back from that? I mean, he got the tar beat out.
Well, knowing what Super Indy means to everybody that competes for it, I wouldn't write out anybody. Least of all, a former champion.
I'm just saying he gave it up a lot.
Oh! That's the circuit breaker by Dustin Reyes, and that's going to do it. Reyes is able to... No, your fault.
Brandon Day still not willing to give this up quite yet. Got that shoulder off the mat. Now, when you have the ref at your back, you poke him in the eye. It's like this kid's never watched wrestling.
Well, not too sure about that. I don't think either of these men read the Jay Worthington Farnsworth handbook through IWC Success.
Well, that's their mistake now, isn't it? By the way, have you finished the copy I gave you?
I think mine's a valuable poster somewhere. Check out the agility of Dustin Reyes. Kick to the side of the head, caught him right around the temple. That's what Day's Brandon Day, but no.
Oh, look at this.
Reyes quick at the temple. Moonsault, nobody home. There we got that straight boot.
That's what I like. Look at that.
Oklahoma roll, cradles him, and Brandon Day is victorious.
A nice boot to the head. That's how you make a mark here in IWC.
They make a mark on Dustin Reyes' head.
Yeah, that too.
What do you think, Jay Worth? Who impressed? Who didn't?
Well, you know, you get the win. You gotta give the accolades to Brandon Day. I was impressed by the Dustin Reyes, his dexterity and a lot more fluid motion I was expecting out of a guy of his build. But congratulations to Brandon Day on a well-fought win.
We got the opinion of Farnsworth. What's the opinion of these fans? They seem to approve thus far.
You can see the smiles on the faces of the fans, which is how you can tell we're not in Elizabeth, because they all have their teeth. Oh, we can stop.
Is our special Lumberjack match. The rules are simple. Two men will be inside this ring. Competitors will be on the outside. If either man is ejected through the ropes into the floor, it is the Lumberjack's position to send them back inside the ring. This bout is set for one fall and has a 30-minute time limit.
Some indecisive conclusions between these two men the past couple of months. Tonight, we get finality. And there you see 375 pounds of bad attitude.
I'd like to point out that I have nothing bad to say about Shane Taylor. As Mr. Taylor and I had a pleasant conversation before the festivities this evening, and in no way am I making live tracks about him or his wonderful family.
I'm sure. Shane Taylor, one of the last standing...
Salt of the earth, Shane Taylor.
One of the last standing members of the Cleveland Mafia after J-Rock went down with a broken arm at the hands of Jimmy DeMarco about a month ago in Clearfield. Shane Taylor and Dean Radford had met twice before. Once in a tag team match, then ended in a double countout. At Clearfield, they met one-on-one, but Shane Taylor opted to walk away from the fight and take a countout. Again, nothing settled. IWC management, Chuck Roberts, at the time Shane Douglas, were sick of hearing about what was going down in these matches, and they found the decisive solution. Surround the ring with some old school lumberjacks. We got a lot of beef that's going to be in this ring.
Did you say a lot of beef?
We got some lumberjack.
He weighs at 265 pounds. He's the East Coast killer who's doing the
260 pounds East Coast killer demolished all the competition in the Southwest before making his IWC return a number of months ago. And check out the eclectic group of lumberjacks. I see late night Nikki Valentino from our proving ground matchup. I see the number one contenders, Jason Gory and Michael Facade. A number of others. They're here to keep the peace, to keep law and order, and keep these behemoths inside the ring.
Well, let's hope they reinforce the ring before tonight. Really, we're looking at what, about 500 some pounds?
We got about 600 pounds plus combined.
Really? You figure if you add old Stinky Whizzleteats in, that's 615 then.
It's kind of funny that I got a surprise phone call yesterday from the commission. Obviously, this isn't the CCAC men's baseball team, because there was a little bit of an issue with that. Somebody, and they wouldn't tell me who, it was a 6'12" badass. Wow. The problem is, somebody was scared saying, oh, there's going to be bats. There's going to be brutality. There's going to be your ass getting handed to you. You know, the funny thing is, I got friends everywhere. So, right now, they kind of got a hold on the leash. But as soon as that bell rings, you think I'm going to unleash hell on you? Don't go outside the ring, Shane.
Looks like Dean Radford hand-selected these lumberjacks as friends of his. Dean makes a good point. It was supposed to be the CCAC men's baseball team. There were complaints filed about that. An injunction was hammered down from the state, and as a result, it had to be changed. And I guess we know who the culprit is. It's notorious Shane Taylor.
Smart move on Shane Taylor's part.
A lot of notorious guys that have been around this building over the years.
Very, very true, and each earning the sobriquet perfectly.
I don't think Shane Taylor minds. Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor has some backup of his own, and honestly, I think this one man cancels out everybody else around the ring automatically.
Who is this one man?
As if you needed the introduction. It's not just any man. baddest man. It's the emotionless assassin. He may be the next champion, but one thing he's not is here. I mean, he's in the building, but he's not at the curtain.
It doesn't matter. He's got more face. Shut up. He's going to bring home the IWC belts, including Mafia, where it belongs. But don't think he won't come out there and drop any of you lumberjacks in your head. You get out of control.
Rowe never made his way through the curtain.
He did not. We have to assume he's preparing for his IWC title match with Jimmy DeMarco in our feature bout tonight. But it's interesting to see that Cleveland Mafia has splintered a bit without the direction of J-Rock, who's at home healing a broken arm.
J-Rock always was the head of the Cleveland Mafia, the plan maker, the one who tried to keep everything together, the one who had the goal. Cut off the head, the body will eventually die, or break the head's arm, and the body will possibly splinter in faction.
Dean Radford and Shane Taylor may splinter the very ring before we're done here. 260 against 350 plus. And Shane Taylor laughed it off. Taylor's so immobile, and I say that in a good way. He's so difficult to move. He's so difficult to position.
He's inert.
He's not going to go anywhere he doesn't want to. But Radford quickens the pace, and Taylor on the outside. There's Nicky Valentino. There's some of our IWC security from our training school.
And that is like ants on honey.
I think that's Nurgle out there too. Chest Flexor's bodyguard, Nurgle. Virgil is out there.
I believe you.
We had Virgil with Ted DiBiase, but Chest Flexor had Nurgle. And Steve Radford has his boot print on Shane Taylor's face.
Honestly, I don't know that I'd waste my time trying to punch Shane Taylor. He's a pretty big guy. If you want to hurt him, you got to punch a lot of Shane Taylor to put any damage there.
Well, that raises an interesting point. How do you prepare for Shane Taylor? What's the right strategy, if any?
I would probably start by buying one of those cattle prods.
Would biting help? Dean picked up on the biting.
Well, it can't hurt.
Dean Radford won the IWC title in this building in 2004 when he defeated Sterling James Keenan. But Radford has walked into Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor scooped him up and planted him hard.
And you can see a couple of the Lumberjacks, I think, were checking to make sure the ring didn't break. They were looking under the ring after that. That was all the body weight in one condensed mass coming down.
And Taylor wants to keep this a methodical pace. Radford has proven he can go quicker than you may expect. He can fly higher than you may expect. Shane Taylor wants to negate that, and he's doing an expert job right now.
You don't run at a wall. And Shane Taylor's just a big wall with some nice boots on it.
When you run into Shane Taylor, it feels like Shane Taylor ran into you.
Thank you, Nietzsche.
Another blatant show. Nowhere for anybody to run, and even if this does degenerate into a brawl, we have a lot of able bodies to control it. We're going to have a decisive conclusion. And you really can't picture either of these men being taken down at this stage of their career. Taylor has so much to prove, and he wants to. And Taylor,
a big mistake by Taylor getting distracted. He should not have let Dean Radford get to his feet.
He just spat on Aaron Clayton, who's an off-duty referee. I mean, guy's got a face that looks like a spider. That's no reason to spit on him. Watch Taylor with a huge clothesline. Radford's in trouble.
You're right, he does have a bit of a tarantula mug, doesn't he?
I don't know about that. Well, Nurgle there just in the ring post to make sure this ring's not break. And Taylor once again just pressing the advantage on Radford. And Taylor trash talking as well. If Taylor beats Radford here, how does this affect the momentum of Raymond Rowe into our main event?
Well, I don't know that it does. I mean, Ray Rowe's not out here. Ray Rowe is back there planning. Ray Rowe is taking care of Ray Rowe. And look at the quickness by Shane Taylor. Well, not there.
No, Radford went for the enziguri, nothing doing, too much mass, and Taylor's let go. And everybody, Gory, Facade, Nurgle, the spider-looking guy, everybody's jumping on Shane Taylor on the outside. Valentino.
Dean Radford getting a chance to catch his breath.
We got security, we got trainees, we got everybody. And again, that's what Dean Radford said. If Taylor tries to go to the outside, he's going to be in trouble. It's no better out there. And right back into the fire of the master of the Eradicator.
It's going to be a feat for him to be able to try and get him up for the Eradicator, if he even attempts it.
Well, we saw Dean Radford eradicate 400 pounds plus of Eric Ecstasy in this building at Super Indy 3. Shane Taylor's right around that mark. But that may have been lightning in a bottle. I don't know if Dean Radford has two miracles in it.
Okay, keep in mind, Dean Radford's also been squished down by Shane Taylor several times this evening.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure that back can take it.
Very good point. And that boot was on point.
Like a graceful, gigantic hippo of a ballerina. Not that I'm saying he's a hippo. He's a very respectable man.
No. So you're saying he's a ballerina?
Limber like a ballerina.
Oh.
Did you see him get that foot up right into Dean Radford's face? Dean Radford is not a tiny guy.
Except his flexibility.
Dean Radford's a good 2-3 go time.
By the notorious one.
He's not going outside, is he?
Better not.
Why on earth would you go? What, the piranhas are circling. What is he thinking?
These Lumberjacks better do something here.
Maybe they want to see what's under the ring.
I don't think they like
backed him up.
Unbelievable superhuman strength by the former heavyweight champion. Dean Radford emphatically puts an end to this saga to eradicate the notorious Shane Taylor.
Smart planning by Dean Radford. Waited until Shane Taylor was up on the top rope. That way he didn't have to lift that leg that high. Oh!
Have you ever seen anybody get up from an Eradicator that quickly? And now the back. Shane Taylor with the back. And Radford with a thrust kick. And now Dean's got the belt. The bat rather. And now this is for the CCAC baseball team that got thwarted for being able to come. Dean Radford swings, and it goes all the way. The master of eradication wins the Lumberjack match. Has had success in this building. He won the IWC Tag Team titles with Josh Prohibition when they defeated Chris Hammock and Tracy Smothers. Going further back in history, M-Dog 20 Matt Cross pinned CM Punk in this building. Is this an omen of his potential success tonight in this building?
Omens are only as good as the path that they send you on. You have to make them happen for yourself.
Matt Cross in great shape. I believe just returned from a tour of Germany. He is one of the most world-traveled athletes anywhere. From Australia, Japan, all over Europe, South Africa, Canada, Mexico. M-Dog has seen it all. But this man certainly takes a backseat to no one. The Super Indy innovator. The howling fury and controlled aggression of a man that came 1 week shy to going a full year as Super Indy champion. This year, he tries to go coast to coast. Super Indy to Super Indy as defending champion. There's only one man left in his way, and that's the man in the ring. Super Hentai is the embodiment of Super Indy.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing in the ring to my right, he's the challenger. He hails from South Central Los Angeles, weighs in at 198 pounds. He's M-Dog 20 Matt Cross. And his opponent in the ring to my left, he trained in high muscle repair, weighs in at 190 pounds, and is the IWC Super Indy Champion, Super
Two men very strongly motivated right now. As we always mention, Super Indy is a great opportunity to solidify a spot for yourself on the IWC regular roster. We've seen a number of men do that in the past. And you can go to a guy like Chris Sabin, a guy like Delirious, Jerry Lynn, a number of others who really saw their star power in Pittsburgh skyrocket.
Johnny Gargano.
He is another one. M-Dog 20 Matt Cross has been a part of the IWC roster since the summer of 2002. Well, we've seen him very sparsely in recent times. I believe it's the first time we've seen him since the IWC Heavyweight Title Tournament in Cheswick a couple of years ago. And M-Dog will get back into the fold and get an automatic berth in Super Indy 9 should he defeat Hentai in this matchup, but easier said than done.
Exactly, a big should. The reason that all of these stars came to IWC to try and get the Super Indy title was because it was around the waist of that man. If you want to understand why the prestige and why the excitement in the wrestling community for the Super Indy title, it's because of the challenges that Super Hentai went through to build that title's prestige to the level it is today.
And remember who the man was that defeated Super Hentai to end the first reign. That'd be the phenomenal AJ Styles. Only the best of the best, and of course he's the current World Heavyweight Champion. And that saw interference from Raven, that saw a lot of involvement. It took 3 or 4 guys to get the title off Hentai.
True, very true.
So what length do we go to keep it the second time after he knows it took him 7 years to get back to the top of that mountain? And Jay Worth, the first time these two have met, one-on-one in IWC, but not the first meeting.
Very true. They actually, their very first wrestling match, and I think the only time they've faced each other in singles competition prior was in Hawaii, actually. AZW.
We'll be seeing some representatives from the AZW promotion a little bit later on in this broadcast.
Good folks out there in AZW.
Hentai and M-Dog certainly happy to catch up with some old friends from the back earlier. But right now, it's not about friends, it's about business. Certainly when you talk about physique, when you talk about musculature, 1 and 1A as far as the Super Indy division.
Yep, I mean, honestly, it's almost like looking into a mirror. Those men are in peak physical condition.
And it's Hentai. I was about to say snapping off the first major offensive maneuver. But M-Dog, keep in mind, a former alternate on the AAU Junior Olympic Gymnastics team. He's held gymnastics championships years before he was even in pro wrestling. And M-Dog uses that agility to do things in this ring we've never seen anyone else do. Names in Super Indy: Colin Delaney, Azrael making his return. Great to see him back. Flip Kendrick, Lewis Linden, Prince Mustafa Ali, Logan Shulo, Johnny Gargano, Frightmare, Lindsay Dorado, Justin Idol, the winner of this match, and the winner of Shima Zion versus Ricky Reyes. Such a competitive field, field of 12. Finals will be in a 3-way elimination contest.
And I am looking forward to Super Indy. The level of talent for this is just phenomenal. And frankly, you have to believe...
Suplex cover, 1 count.
You have to believe that whoever wins this match clearly has an advantage going into this tournament. To know that you're looking at 2 of the best competitors in the world.
No doubt.
Whoever wins this has to have, if nothing else, a confidence boost going into this, that they will clearly make their way through the Super Indy tournament.
And if Hentai specifically does that, he would be the first ever back-to-back winner, first ever 3-time winner. That would only add to that turns the legacy of Hentai into a dynasty.
Very, very true. It just adds another chapter into the book of Super Hentai.
And you know what? It's not unheard of. It's not unrealistic. We thought Hentai had the impossible road last year at Super Indy 8, but now Hentai live to fly and fly to live. Aces high, the cover 2-0. Hentai has so much impact on that splash, he hurt his own midsection.
Yeah, but he hurt Matt Cross's more, and that's what counts.
M-Dog has never had single success in IWC, though he's tried. We mentioned competing for the heavyweight title. Not sure if he's ever had a Super Indy title shot. We know he's had opportunities to get into Super Indy tournaments in the past, but never made it to the actual field.
Did he and his former partner hold tag team gold here?
Certainly they did. Won those championships for the first time in this building. M-Dog gets the knee up. M-Dog and Prohibition, I believe, 2 or 3-time tag team champions in IWC.
And Hentai attempted a Tiger Bane, essentially, to try and stop himself there. Took a nice knee to the face. Good way to slow a man down. You ever take a knee to the face, Joe?
Not willingly.
It hurts.
Somehow I'm not surprised. M-Dog with the knife edge in the corner.
I didn't think that old man could jump that high. He had a walker.
M-Dog, handspring elbow, and watch this. Suspends himself practically in midair to get those extra shots in on Hentai. Who else can do that?
Impressive. Besides me?
Not in your life.
I can do it.
Not sober.
Look, you didn't put qualifiers on it, now did you?
5 minutes gone by, 5 minutes.
M-Dog 20, a little bit more of the aggressor in this matchup, but you need to be.
Absolutely, especially to try and take the title. You have to go 100% at it.
M-Dog has to win via pinfall or submission. Hentai does not. Not that Hentai would take a low road, but the option is there if the circumstances happen.
Matt Cross needs to win. Hentai just needs to survive at the base minimum. Not saying that Hentai cannot win this match, just time is on his side.
What do you make of the 3-way elimination match as a Super Indy final? A whole new dynamic to Super Indy. Is this going to throw people off their game? What's this going to do?
Well, honestly, I think what it does is it's going to energize the fans who get to see it.
There's a tonic drop by Cross.
Sorry, you have to understand. Everyone knows they're going to be going into a 3-way match. It sort of changes the way you have to plan yourself, because whereas before you only had a one-on-one match, now it's a 3-way dance, which you expend a lot more energy in that. So
check out Cross, not to cut you off, but he was bending Hentai in opposite directions, stretching weight the upper body and the lower body. Hentai has a history of back problems. He doesn't really publicize it that much, but he damn near broke his back in this building some years ago too.
Oh, very true, very true.
So M-Dog has done his homework, and he's wearing away at Hentai at the only possible weak point there may be.
And while he's at it, getting a couple of good stomps into the chest, which, you know, can't hurt his case.
Every shot helps when you're in there with Hentai.
But yeah, the Super Indy tournament, the big changes with that three-way dance. Now you're going through with a tournament where at the end it's not one final match, it's a three-way dance. That has to change how you expend your energy throughout the rest of the tournament.
M-Dog is now burying his knee in between the shoulder blades of Hentai and bending back on the arms and shoulder. This again contorts the upper body and the torso of Hentai. A lot of discomfort and displeasure around the back and shoulders. And Hentai, I don't think Hentai is going to quit, but this will do a lot of damage.
It also pulls the chest taut and makes it harder to get air in, which slows Hentai down, giving Cross an even greater advantage.
Handful of trunks, don't see that very often out of M-Dog. Hentai able to wriggle free from M-Dog's grasp. And their collision, both men have the same idea in mind. They bounced off of one another and hit hard.
It looks like they were both going for that cross body, and I think both realized it, and instead of ramming into each other, they both sort of collided off of each other with one key point of impact. You can tell how much it took out of both of them. Neither are up yet.
Referee with the obligatory 10 count. As both men will to the, I'm not sure who this official is. You can name him if you want.
Redbeard.
All right. It's M-Dog up first, but barely. Hentai was waiting for it. We saw Hentai dare M-Dog to bring it on. M-Dog did, and fell right into the clothesline. Triple knees, nobody home. That double palm thrust, that double chop, a Hentai staple. Will it be enough? No.
And that may have actually hit the throat. You see Matt Cross covering his windpipe, suffering a bit. Not normally where Hentai looks to plant those, but, you know, when you're flying through the air, pinpoint precision can be.
That is true. A shot from the throat would be illegal, so Hentai wouldn't be the type to do it. Watch M-Dog standing moonsault. M-Dog, new Super Indy champion. No. I think M-Dog is long overdue for a, maybe not a Super Indy championship with the level of competition, but certainly to be thought of in that field. I think M-Dog is one of the most overlooked, underrated athletes in this business right now. You know, he's had a lot of success on MTV with Ring of Honor. He was on the Australian tour with Hulk Hogan. He's done a lot of big-time things. He got scooped up mid-air in a snap power slam, and Hentai got near fall.
He's had a lot of exposure. He's done a lot of great opportunities. But he's not in the ring with a slouch. Uh-oh.
That time they've been going for knees again, but Matt had it scouted. DDT, nicely done. Standing, shooting star. This will do it. Matt's got the title though.
Hentai is not going to give this thing up that easily.
Important note also, M-Dog has, I believe, a small splinter or bandage on his left hand. M-Dog completely broke that finger in half about a month or two ago. Been working through the pain, not 100%, but couldn't pass up this opportunity.
Very true. How many chances do you get at the Super Indy title?
Well, we talked about it. M-Dog's been here since 02. This may have been number one.
Exactly. And honestly, how many opportunities do you get to be the guy who stopped Super Hentai from going post to post that second time?
And again, look at Hentai. It took him 7 years to regain the championship he made famous. And M-Dog with that beautiful agility, so seamless in his movement. Superplex coming up. Hentai trying to fight it. M-Dog gets the better of it. The Hentai traps the legs, whose shoulders are down. Who won?
The
What the referee see? Whose shoulders was the referee counting? That's the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, and still the IWC Super Indy Champion, Super Hentai.
I'm not sure about that call. That's no discrepancy against Hentai. I'm not so sure the Hentai shoulders were down.
They might have been, but so were Matt Cross's.
M-Dog got the offensive maneuver. Both men were looking to shift the weight. I'm not so sure there should have been a decisive winner.
Well, what it comes down to is Red Beard there counted Matt Cross's shoulders down. Super Hentai got the win. Whether or not his shoulders are down is definitely a moot point. You can debate it. It doesn't matter. The referee counted the win for Super Hentai.
Was Matt the victim of a bad call? Or the referee certainly had a better view than us. Maybe a Hentai shoulder came up. I'm not sure. And Hentai trying to explain it was that close. No hard feelings. That's what Super Indy's about, the handshake. But Hentai achieves a goal. He goes coast to coast in this Super Indy year. Super Indy 8, Super Indy 9 as champion. Can Hentai add to the legacy? 3-time winner and walk out of Super Indy 9 Super Indy champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, following tag team instruction is our special ECW, that's Action Zone Wrestling, out of Honolulu, Hawaii, tag team challenge match. Introducing to you first, in the ring, at a combined weight of 462 pounds, they are SABAKI and Kaniala.
We're set to check out a showcase of the hottest wrestling promotion in the state of Hawaii. It's ACW. They played host to great IWC mainstays like M-Dog 20 Matt Cross and Super Hentai over the years, and tonight they bring some of their flavor here to Pittsburgh with a special ACW tag match. Normally stands for the Polynesian Power Trip. That's them on the outside of the Ativalu and Kaimana. They are opposing the team in the ring of Kaniala and the man in the mask. He's the current ACW champion, SABAKI. It looks like we have some free merch. There goes the merch. Violently thrown in the crowd.
Merch upside your head. From Pollyanna and Foxy Mama of the Polynesian Power Trip.
Well, the PPT have more experience as a team than SABAKI and Kaniala. Will that be advantageous to them? Will it help them win this matchup? You gotta figure SABAKI is the current heavyweight champion in the ACW, and Kaniala, a former champion, looking to get another opportunity by teaming with the current champion tonight to get inside of his races. Oh! They're starting out very fast to the SABAKI and Kaniala on the offensive. But watch the PPT. Huge takedown.
Tilt-a-whirl, almost a cutter variant. Now it's showing their power. A nice double shoulder block and some strikes.
I'll tell you what, both these guys, cover now, shoulders are down. Both these guys in the PPT, they come from success. They were trained by the legendary Hall of Famer, off of the Wild Samoa. Right now, I believe that's Ativalu in control of Kaniala.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Reversal by Kaniala.
And SABAKI, a kick to the back. Alibaba with a nice spine buster.
Will you please try to stay focused? I'm in the leg lariat.
I really am.
By Ativalu. Exchange is made to Kaimana. This tag team has been to Japan, they've been to LA, they've been to a lot of locations. Add suburban Pittsburgh to the list. Kaniala with some pump handle action. Drives him down with a modified Uranagi.
Sabaki?
Sabaki. Close enough. Sabaki in control now. Undoubtedly the quickest of the four, wrenching that arm and shoulder down.
Sort of like a dragon screw arm whip down to the mat.
Very nice. Obviously, you can see Sabaki got a heavy Japanese influence, both in style and culture. Part of a very Japanese influenced stable back in AZW. That's a hard strike. And the jumping back elbow. Sabaki's partner, Kaniala, calls himself the pioneer of, wait, there's a cover, the pioneer of Hawaiian strong style wrestling, a new genre. So these two men should gel pretty well. They have a similar mindset in the business.
And did you see the distance he got on that? On that elbow from the second rope. Nice distance coverage. Oh!
Dropped down with the armbar takedown. Into a Fujiwara. Now into a hammerlock with a toe hold. Sabaki is folding up Kaimana.
Was not paying attention to Burana. Took a chop right to the chest. You have to keep your eye not only on the guy you're wrestling, but the guy in the corner.
The PPT used that tag team fusion. Nicely done. Elevated backbreaker on Sabaki. Kaimana sends Sabaki back to the PPT corner, and the exchange made to Ativalu.
I was about to say, Ativalu in the ring. Clearly the largest of the competitors here.
Sabaki tries to knock the thigh muscle, take away that big vertical base of Ativalu. That just made him mad. Nobody home in the corner. And again, right to the upper quadricep. Sabaki's got a purpose here. That could be a mistake. Sit out.
Wheelbarrow bubble bomb.
That's right. Almost has the effect of an atomic drop. It'll stunt your tailbone.
Actually, there was more of a, they called it the nuclear drop. That was a Bob Backlund's finisher for a long time. But you're right, it sends a shock right up the spine, makes it very difficult to move.
Kaniala in the ring with Kaimana. Kaniala in control right now. There you see some of that Hawaiian strong style with those strikes. He's a hard hitter. Watch out.
Drop to the stomach, back in. A drop kick to the knee.
A very compact flatliner, nicely done.
A running compact flatliner.
The PPT trying to stick together here, but Sabaki and Kaniala in control right now.
Black hole slam on Akibala. Oh, big boot to the mush.
The PPT setting up. This is the Tower of Polynesia. If they hit this, it's over. Elevated, stomach breaker. The Tower gets the win for Polynesia. Wow. Polynesian power trip victorious here tonight in this special showcase from AZW in Hawaii.
Phenomenal match by these two opponents.
The chemistry of the tag team paid off. The PPT victorious here at CCAC. getting all the success that he has, entitled him to an automatic spot in Super Indy 9. But there were other matters in mind last week.
It's kind of nostalgic for me to be back in the CCAC South Campus. You see, the last time I was here, I was the guy taking your tickets at the door. And now, just 6 years later, I am the sole reason that you have purchased your tickets tonight. Bottom line is, tonight, Ricky Reyes, she was live first time ever. And my road to Super Indy 9 starts tonight, and I will put my pedal to the floor because I will be the first Triple Crown champion in IWC history, made at Super Indy 9.
She referring to a man who could win all 3 championships in IWC. No one's done it ever. Shima could be the first former heavyweight and tag team champion, but he's got to get to a Cuban crippler to get to that point.
And here's our opponent, there's one Cuba, raising at 216 pounds. He's the Cuban
Ricky Reyes made his IWC return a week ago at Night of Legends and had such a great outing in a Super Indy title match against Super Hentai that Chuck Roberts, Shane Douglas, they agreed Ricky Reyes deserves a spot to qualify for Super Indy 9. Tonight he has his opportunity, and Shima Xion will not get an invitation in. He's got to earn it.
Well, and really, if you're going to test Shima Xion and find out if he has the metal, if you're going to insult him, you may as well insult him big. Ricky Reyes is a hell of a bite to take off, but Shima Xion is more than talented enough to handle this. I was talking to Shima in the back, and he said, you know, the last time I was here, I was 17 years old. And he's like, I'm going to prove that tonight I'm a man. I walked in, the last time I was in here, I felt like I was a kid. Tonight, I'm showing everyone just how far I've come.
That's true. It was just 6 years ago, Shima Xion was a part of the coalition, the competition, part of the security, training to become a wrestler. Since then, he's become one of the best.
The cream rises, and Shima Xion definitely did that. Worked his way up through the ranks in IWC to the position he currently holds. That of international superstar.
Team has conquered Japan, Mexico, but keep in mind Reyes spent almost all of his 2009 in Puerto Rico. He was a 2-time WWC Junior Heavyweight Champion, the promotion run by the legendary Carlos Colon. Reyes is back now in IWC, back in Ring of Honor, back all around the area, trying to reassert his dominance over this part of the country.
Well, I feel that I should point out that Shima Xion spent close to 2 months picking out those sunglasses.
Do I care?
So, you should. They're very nice sunglasses.
Are they going to help him win the Super Indy title?
They're very well could.
I'd love to hear how.
Maybe Ricky Reyes gets intimidated by him, takes off. Boom. Boom. Mark it, too. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not sure that I would be looking to poke the bear, for lack of a better term here. He seems to be angering Ricky Reyes and now finally trying to take advantage of it. But he better stay on him because an angry Ricky Reyes is not someone I would want to face.
No, but an angry Ricky Reyes is an effective Ricky Reyes. If Reyes is in that state of mind, it's to his advantage. As you see now, as Reyes is over top of the Filipino supermodel.
And I also should point out, Shima's hair, I approve.
I see where you get your ideas. Reyes, another takedown.
I think I should point out, I think he got the idea from me. Look at these lustrous locks.
I'd rather not.
stubborn yet chestnut hues here, Joe.
Super Indy 9 is May 8th in the Wartime Sports Center. Johnny Gargano, Colin Delaney, Azrael, Flip Kendrick, Lewis Linden, Mustafa Ali, Logan Shulo, Justin Idol, Frightmare, Lindsay Dorado, Super Hentai as the champion, and the winner of this matchup, Farnsworth. Leading into Super Indy 9, are there any odds on
you gotta. Do you remember how I talked about the winner of Super Hentai versus Matt Cross? You clearly have to have an advantage. Turns out I was proved wrong. It was a very indecisive win, and that's, if anything, that actually kills your momentum going into it.
Well, Shima's going to work up some momentum right now. Baseball slide, but Reyes put Shima's brakes on, and Reyes got back right into that steel guardrail. Reyes maybe looking to DDT Shima Xion. This match would have been over in a heartbeat.
And yep, Shima had the wherewithal to get his feet to the floor quickly. Change his center of gravity and shove Reyes into that hard metal barricade. Shima just laying those shots in.
That's not going to get you far.
Come on, let's hear it for Shima Xion.
Well, I talk about Shima Xion a lot. Okay, he's got cool sunglasses, he's got interesting hair, he's got some new gear. Bottom line is professional wrestler.
He's got good hair. In fact, I'd even go with great hair.
He's got tassels too. That's not going to win a wrestling match.
No, but standing over Ricky Reyes and keeping that chin lock nice and tight, mate.
Well, I think Shima's maybe an inch or two taller than Reyes, so he's got that leverage to press down and make Reyes carry all of Shima's body weight.
If Reyes wants to get up, he now has to fight not only that chin lock, but also the weight of Shima Xion, who's no longer 160 pounds of smut. He's definitely probably up to what were we billing him at?
I think
190?
He found his way up to around 190, yes. It's a lot of smut.
Yeah.
I think Shima's got more smut than he ever has before.
It might even be like 190 pounds of smut and like a 160-pound bag. So
Reyes elbowing his way out of the grasp of Shima Xion, but right back into the sleeper.
You got a plan, stick with it.
That's true. Shima's got a game plan, and he's following through.
We talked about the conditioning of Reyes before. Don't let him use that win. Don't let him use that conditioning. Put him out. It's a sound game plan.
Reyes works out religiously. Hours and hours in gyms, dojos, wrestling rings, any way he can get anywhere near physical fitness. Reyes is all about it. But Shima Xion certainly nothing to sneeze at either. Best shape of his life by far.
Very true. You know, while I was backstage before the show, Reyes was just off on his own doing push-ups. He is constantly looking to keep his physical prowess in tip-top shape.
Only one man will advance to Super Indy. It's a shame. Shima has made it to the finals of Super Indies gone by. Reyes has gone as far as the semifinal round. This year could be the year of one of these men.
Well, Shima even tagged with the Super Indy champion, albeit briefly, with Jason Gory.
For about an hour.
Yeah, he's been so close to it, and yet never had it.
Now look at this, Shima Xion, unfair leverage on the second rope.
Perfectly fair.
That's not what Super Indy's about to me.
Well, clearly you're not competing for the belt.
Clearly.
The Super Indy tournament is about winning the belt. Step one is getting in. And if that leverage helps him, then that's what Super Indy's about, Joe.
Or Bobby Williams would catch him and disqualify him, then he's out of the running.
That's Bobby Williams?
Will you get out of here?
No, seriously.
We only have one regular ref anymore.
It's Bobby Williams?
Yes. Who did you expect, Dick Worley?
I know.
Reyes is to the vertical base. That's step one here. Now he's got to create some distance between Shima's body and his own. That's accomplished. Reyes can't fall back into the chop with a sleeper, and he does it. Connects with a beautiful spinning heel kick. Shima is down, and that's the moment Reyes needs to get his head back in the game.
Clear those cobwebs and get on him. Oh. And once again, Shima sticking to the game plan. I haven't seen him this focused since he had the Prophet of Profit in his corner.
Sleeper hold for the third time. Is it a charm? Will it get us to Super Indy 9? Not likely the way Reyes is fighting. And Shima does have renewed focus. He knows he can't depend on the chosen ones he depended on for months. As Reyes reverses the hold, and now Shima is trapped in the sleeper.
Shima has the height advantage now. It's easier for him to get out of it.
Mid-ring collision, I believe they hit heads, and both men are down.
Shima, the first to start propping himself up, he needs to beat Reyes to his feet. We cannot let Reyes get this comeback win. This is a mistake. And Reyes certainly knows how to deliver those strikes.
And Reyes is trying to knock the thigh muscle now, trying to neutralize Shima's Xion. Reyes, keep in mind, is going to look for that dragon sleeper, that body scissors. And that's an accuracy rate of 90-some percent. Here in IWC, Reyes snaps off a quick DDT. Lateral press, 2.5. And that close, says Bobby Williams.
Reyes hoping that was straight. You can see him building himself back up to his feet, trying to stay inspired. Because we're looking into here.
Reyes, check this out. Check out the hang time. But Shima got the knee to the top of the head. Jawbreaker.
We've seen Reyes use a brainbuster on occasion before. He may be looking for a delayed brainbuster on that, and Shima with a good counter. Whoa!
Beautiful moonsault off the inverted DDT for a near fall again. And these men can taste it. Shima wants the bragging rights of being the first ever Triple Crown champion in IWC, Super Indy Tag and Heavyweight title.
You can see Shima starting to lose his cool. He wants this thing to be over. And again, a mistake by Shima, not staying on top of him. He ought to be taking the attack to Ricky Reyes right
Boom! Reyes, in one felt motion, up with the Gory kick. Shima was able to counter.
A nice counter.
This is what Super Indy's about. Reyes catches Shima midair. Power bomb. Brainbuster possibly. Oh, got it. It's done. Reyes, Super Indy no.
And you could see Shima Zion's eyes from here, and they were glazed over. I'm not sure how he got a shoulder up.
You got to give credit to both these athletes for what they are putting each other through here and what they are surviving, the pain threshold. It's what Super Indy's about, pushing your body beyond its normal limits. Shima does not have chosen ones to fall back on. Reyes never won anyone to fall back on. It's a battle of pride and a battle of prestige right now.
You know, Super Indy is not that far away. Healing an injury like getting dropped on your head, it's not the best thing to have happen right before Super Indy. Shima has to play, for lack of a better term, play a safe game here.
Nobody home with a high risk, but Shima was able to make a mid-air adjustment. That could do it.
Reyes having taken several strikes to the head.
Shima up on top. And Shulo with a frog splash for Gargano.
Reyes staying
into a crossface. And this is the move Shima's been attempting to perfect these past several months. Shima has worked diligently and deliberately on this crossface. But can you make a guy like Ricky Reyes tap out? Or maybe you just tear a shoulder?
I'm trying to remember of a time when Ricky Reyes has tapped out.
I think it's happened once or twice, but none more than that. And Shima almost got, Shima very easily could have been disqualified.
Could have been, but took the chance.
And the referee showed some leeway, and now Shima's pushing him around. There's gratitude.
Give an inch, take a mile. Once you know the guy won't stand up to you, don't let him.
And you can see the frustration etched on the face of Shima. Reyes hits that kick again. It's been a major part of this matchup for Reyes. Brainbuster.
Number 2.
He won't stop at 2. A standard suplex that time. Hook. No. And I'm not a fan of Shima. Say what you want about him, but I take my hat off to both these men right now.
Clearly taking what the other man can dish out. An impressive physical feat by both of these guys. Shima perhaps looking to get outside, get his senses.
Shima needs a breather. And Reyes, he's getting frustrated with the official as well. They're both so close, yet so far away. What's Shima doing? Reyes, again, shoving the official. Shima's got something. It's that hairspray. Hairspray in the eyes. Oh, don't tell me Shima is going to end up in Super Indy like this. Damn it to hell.
Booyah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the final entrant in Super Indy 9, Shima Zion.
Shima Zion decided he'd rather be the guy you hate in Super Indy than the guy you love that's sitting at home watching Super Indy. I applaud Shima Zion for this win.
Shima Zion takes the hairspray and advances to Super Indy. Will the Super Indy title get a hostile makeover? May 8th. Sassy Stephanie is a self-described bitch.
Language, Joe. Language.
That is the verbiage of Sassy Steph, not a quote from yours truly or anyone on this broadcast team. However, I think she's living up to that particular trait and her name of Sassy, as she sasses the ringside fans in her IWC debut. Steph, a 3-year pro, competed all across the East Coast and the Northeast. Likes to finish her opponents off with a move called Kiss My Sass. Do you have any comments on her sass, Farnsworth?
She's got a great set of wrestling skills. I look forward to seeing him in action tonight.
We've seen Nevaeh in IWC before. A 5-year pro, trained at the Heartland Wrestling Academy, which turned out so many great athletes from the Cincinnati area. Nevaeh, one half of the first ever Shimmer Tag Team Champion. Shimmer, widely regarded as the #1 women's promotion in the United States today.
Who's her tag partner?
Her tag partner was actually Ashley Lane, now known as Madison Rain in TNA Wrestling.
Yeah.
Both these ladies have competed in Shimmer in the past. Owned and operated by my good close friend Dave Prazak. A little free plug for Mr. Prazak at Shimmer Wrestling. As the bell sounds, we're underway, and these are two of the most athletically gifted female athletes you're going to find in about an 8 or 10 hour radius of Pittsburgh.
They are definitely gifted, Joe.
Excuse me?
They're gifted. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Nevaeh. Trying to start things out of control, but Sassy Steph, who will no doubt be the aggressor. Nevaeh, she's very ladylike. She's very gentle outside the ring, very courteous. Sassy Steph, what you see is what you get.
Amen.
Roll up. Beg your pardon once more?
Nothing.
Okay.
Would you watch the match, Joe?
Why's your face turning red?
It's not.
Oh. Side headlock by Sassy Steph. Nice wide stance by Steph.
Distribute the weight.
Indeed.
Yeah, keep your center of balance. Smart wrestling by Sassy Steph.
Nevaeh able to go behind Steph to take her down. Chin lock with the step over toe hold. We don't see women's action a lot here in IWC. When we do, it's always a treat. Some of the best female athletes of all time. Trying to trap the shoulders is Nevaeh. Doesn't one.
Maybe giving Sassy Steph a nose job.
What about Daisy Hayes? We've seen a number of times here in IWC. Sarah Del Rey.
Definitely the Death Ray.
Awesome Kong.
Yes. Perhaps one of the most intimidating individuals I've ever been face-to-face with.
How about, you're talking about intimidating? How about Daphne?
Daphne, also incredibly intimidating for completely different reasons.
Top wrist lock by Nevaeh. Tried to trap the shoulders again of Steph. Steph used some great neck and back strength to bridge out to keep her shoulders from being down.
A fine athlete.
Neither of these fine young ladies would be in IWC today if not for their athletic prowess.
Absolutely.
I think that was a little bit of that sass.
What a bitch.
Language. And Nevaeh doesn't take it lying down. Hammering away. Oh! You just wanted to say bitch.
I did not.
Nevaeh with the shoulder thrust. And knife edge chop. And I think
Does it get warm in here?
Steph's aggression has only further motivated Nevaeh. Nevaeh's heavens fell backwards.
I caught on to that.
Who would know?
One of my many degrees is in English, so.
But sass spelled backwards is also sass, so you're not going to get anything different out of
Steph.
Steph.
It's sass.
More emphasis. And sass on the outside.
Smart.
He slapped that guy in the front row.
I think he's offering her his hoodie to cover up, which I may go punch him myself.
Nevaeh kicks Steph right into the guardrail. She landed jaw first. She may have some more forced facial reconstruction at the hands of Nevaeh.
Lower mandibular problems.
Right where the ramus of the mandibular coincides with the mandibular fossa.
And Nevaeh actually showing a little bit of frustration, wanting Sassy Steph to get back into the ring.
I think she wants a count out here. She wants to get this over with. If Sassy Steph doesn't want to fight, she'll find somebody who does.
I gotta tell you, every time I say the name, a smile comes across my face. Sassy Steph.
You like him that way, don't you? Uncle J Word. Uncle J Word. Mind yourself. Steph in control. I think Steph could take care of you in a fight.
I would love to find out.
Reverse chin lock now, almost a camel clutch.
Forearm shivers. A little bit of brutality from the Sassy one.
Let's pick out the face of Sassy Stephanie. Could this be all for Nevaeh? No.
They are throwing a couple punches to the midsection.
Double chicken wing by Stephanie. She just rears back, buries both feet right into the back and stretches away, much like we talked about earlier in the M-Dog and the Hentai match. You're going to do damage to the back, the shoulders, and the torso.
Oh, and a kick right to the pecs on Sassy Steph. You got to believe she felt that. Oh, and a thumb to the eye. I think I might be in love.
Your favorite move, right?
The most effective, the most bang for your buck.
He struck cradle by Steph. 2 count.
That was close. I could have swore that was 3.
Talking about great female athletes here in the past. What about Erica Ecstasy?
I don't want to talk about
that. I'm sorry. Sorry I asked. It's a very serious issue with Erica Ecstasy we will cover up next, I do believe. But right now, enjoying Saturday. Who says this is going to be over? Suplex, float over. Done. No. Can't discredit Nevaeh.
Not at all.
Steph says we're going to have a problem.
I'm getting sassy with the ref.
Oh, Gory by Nevaeh.
Where to the jaw.
And that's the opening Nevaeh needed here to just get to her feet.
That one didn't actually hit the back of the head, so it technically wasn't an insugiri.
What would you call it then, Mr.
Sushi-giri.
Semantics?
I believe it is a sushi-giri.
Nevaeh with cross body. You say I used to do. Clothesline by Nevaeh. Second knockdown. And you can tell Steph knows she's in trouble. That back elbow, low drop kick.
She keeps getting to her feet, making sure she doesn't stay down.
All the wind got knocked out of her. Oh! The knee jolts her down. That'll do it. No.
No, it didn't. A big knee right to the chest.
Under the clothesline, Nevaeh. Face first. Cover. That could do it. No, bad cover by Nevaeh.
True. I'm not sure if thank you, Chuck. I'm not sure if Sassy Steph was really able to protect herself from that one.
Left the shoulders exposed and that pinning combination roll through. Double handful of hair by Steph takes Nevaeh down. German suplex, beautiful bridge. This will do it. Nevaeh got it.
Nevaeh got all of that weight stacked over Sassy Steph's chest and put the 1-2-3 on her.
Picture perfect bridge. The sass did not pay off here tonight. That basic German suplex. Some will get this a simple maneuver, but Nevaeh has perfected it. He has the perfect arc, the perfect bridge, trap those shoulders. Nevaeh wins our women's match here tonight.
The gentleman that we're about to hear from tonight has a future that is unclear in professional wrestling. Here tonight, I know a lot of you know there's a lot of nicknames, some clean, some family, some not. But right now, I'd like to introduce to you his tag team partner. Let's hear for one half of sexual harassment, Dustin.
Well, back to business, Jay Ward. We've heard a lot of rumors. Eric Ecstasy suffered a bad knock on his head, being powerbombed up the second rope last January in a tag title match. We haven't seen him wrestle since. The matchup, Eric couldn't continue after that match. And rumors are that he's going to call it a career. I hope it's not the case, but Eric's got to do what's best for his health. You know,
First of all, I want to apologize. I had pretty much myself off the show tonight because I recently suffered a severe kidney injury in competition. But so that's why I'm not wrestling tonight in front of great fans. But let's get to the point. Let me introduce to you from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 269 pounds. He is the Queen of Queens,
Tyrannosaurus Rex, the bisexual bulldozer,
So Eric has had a hell of a career. A hell of a career. 4 times, 5 times, we've lost count how many times tag team champion with sexual harassment. The best tag team dynasty in the history of Pittsburgh wrestling. Former IWC champion. Won it right here in this building. A man who for 8, 9, 10 years now has entertained us time and time through and through. We didn't always like him. We weren't always that comfortable with him. But you always left the building thinking, wow, can you believe Eric Ecstasy?
Of all the rumors that I've heard about Eric Ecstasy, the fact that he was retiring, he could be retiring, is the one that actually scares me the worst. One, because honestly, you'd hate to see a career as glorious as his cut down in its prime. And B, if he retires, then you're never really sure where he's gonna show up. And Jesus, I can't stay any more alert than I already am.
Great support from tag team partners Justin Idol. Eric, great support by this crowd that's followed Eric through the years. Eric Ecstasy, we give you the floor, sir.
I didn't want to come out here and prepare a speech or anything like that because, obviously, I'm an emotional guy, so I just want to say it from the heart. And, 10 years ago, I decided to do this crazy thing called pro wrestling. And back in 2001, I was on IWC's first ever show, and honestly, I've been here ever since. IWC's been a huge part of my life, and I hope I've been a huge part of IWC. And it's pretty fitting that in this building, IWC ran for many years, and some of the great memories of me and my former partner, J200, winning countless tag titles right here. To one of my greatest moments of all time, and that was pinning Radford and becoming the IWC World Heavyweight Champion right here. You guys, many of you have watched me grow up, really. I was an 18-year-old kid who weighed 450 pounds, and now I'm a 28-year-old man who weighs 250 pounds. And with all those changes, there's good changes and there's really good changes in the past few years of my life, including, I am now married to this beautiful woman right here.
Bisexual bulldozer.
When things like that happen, and unfortunately a few months ago, for those of you who saw it, maybe some of you did, me and Dustin wrestled the Irish Airborne back in January, and I was powerbombed from the top rope, and unfortunately I didn't wake up for quite a few minutes. And that's scary, and especially when, I'm trying to be a good husband, and hopefully a good father, and try to lead a good Christian life. And I think at this point, even though it's been such a huge, huge part of my life, obviously this has to change. And
no tears, tears of happiness, because Eric Ecstasy's career has been great. Right, people? And I think that you have it inside you, and this is just a hunch, that maybe you have one more match left. What do you think? One more match. see, that's what I don't understand. That's what IWC does not understand. That's what all these fans do not understand. It's why, Eric, you have to retire.
When I was laying in the hospital with a concussion, where was Justin Idol? I'll tell each and every one of you where Justin Idol was. He was too busy being a drunk idiot with that guy Chuck, Super Hentai, Jason Gory. He forgot who his real best friend was.
We're gonna look
Justin tends to forget who his real best friends are. Justin, why do you think you're divorced? Why do you think all these bad things happen to you? You are a bad person. I am a good person. And all of you people in this crowd cheered me on. You cheered me while I acted like a homosexual, wore a dress, and embarrassed my family. Why? For you. For you sinners. For you people. Well, that ends tonight. Because I told you there was going to be a change. And that changes tonight, April 17th. Eric Ecstasy is dead. And on this day, God has created Eric Lee Schwab.
Eric Schwab. No.
And he just turns him inside out again.
With that concussion, apparently comes a new lease on life. We apologize for some of those comments that went more personal than needed to be.
And you can hear Eric Lee Schwab saying to Chuck, "You are a part of this."
No, come on, Eric. Let's stop this. Eric is looking for. Can we get Justin out of the ring, please? Get Justin out of the damn ring before this maniac finds whatever he's looking for. Is this good Christian values, whatever he's spouting off about? Huh? Come on. Idol did nothing to deserve this. Idol supported Ecstasy every step of the way, just like Eric supported Justin Idol.
Well, clearly there was a faction between the two.
Eric, think about this. That's your best friend. Eric, it's your best friend. No!
Good Lord. He just
Where's
spiked
this coming from?
Right on his hand.
It's hardly divine intervention. Well, here comes the locker room out here. Many of them were also insulted by Eric Lee Schwab. Director of Wrestling Operations, Bubba the Bulldog out here. Chuck Roberts out here.
This is about this crap. This is not about this crap. You have to work these fans and do this garbage. Hey, get wrestle! You just don't get out of your face. You ever want to wrestle again? Ever. That's not. Take a wrestle. Get the hell out! Wait still. Stop.
You can throw him out. You can disagree with what you think he did, but he's made his point. He is no longer Eric Ecstasy.
I'm happy we have Bubba out here to help calm the situation. That's it. That's the visual representation of a man that's lost his damn mind. I don't know what kind of damage that concussion did, but Eric Schwab, whoever the hell he is, should be ashamed of himself. And that's his best friend in the ring. What did Justin do to deserve this?
I don't know that he necessarily deserved that, but clearly Eric had something that he needed to express.
Seems Eric Ecstasy, the persona is dead. And Eric Schwab is reborn.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's in for one fall as a 45-minute time limit, and that is for the IWC World Heavyweight Championship.
This is one of the most anticipated title matches.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first challenger for Cleveland, America. Weighing 235 pounds. He's from Madison, IWC.
After months of involving himself in business he had nothing to do with, Jimmy DeMarco, John Bolin, the Patriot, so many others, Rowe finally gets his shot to reclaim the IWC title. But without J-Rock, how will the dynamic of not having a Cleveland Mafia affect this title match? I can't remember an IWC champion that's been as wildly popular as delicious Jimmy DeMarco. So in all he's gone up against and everything he's overcome, is Rowe his match?
It's a very valid and debatable question. I'd love to, I am as big a fan of Jimmy DeMarco as anyone. But honestly, it's a fair question, and one that we'll get an answer to tonight.
Maybe. Jimmy, me and you've known each other for a long time, right? We've done this dance a couple times. I mean, at one point you made a t-shirt that said, I pinned Ray Rowe, and you wore it for a year. I don't know, the whole class for that. It was such a rare occasion that he had to commemorate it with a t-shirt. You're right, he still did it, and I'm sure you get a day every once in a while. Now, Jimmy, despite everything that me and you have gone through the years, the blood, the chair shots, there's something about you that I can't help liking, that I can't help respecting. You come out here every month and literally break your back for each of these people in the ring. Necro Butcher tried to end your career by driving you over 2 chairs, back first. And all of these people chanted, "This is awesome." They loved you for it. How many of them came to visit you in the hospital that night? How many of them helped you with your doctor bills? How many of these people know that you have a serious history with concussions?
How many people know that he's gonna kill?
Anybody?
That's more personal territory.
Okay, so you guys know that a severe blow to Jimmy DeMarco's head could end his life. And yet you want him to get in the ring every month and risk his life. You want this man to start this match against me, knowing that all I have to do is hit you in the head. You're not going home to your girlfriend. You're not going to go home and be able to walk your dog tomorrow. You'll never say hi to your mom again. Now, if there comes a point in every man's life where he's got to make a decision, he stands at a crossroads, and he's got to choose one path or another. But unlike most people, you have the advantage of knowing how this story ends. You know if you choose the path of most resistance, you choose to have this match with me, you know exactly what I'm going to do here. So what I'm presenting you with is an offer, Jimmy DeMarco. You can hand me that title. I will be crowned the new IWC heavyweight champion. And we can walk to the back together as friends. I'll buy you dinner tonight. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you should do. And all of these people, as much as they want to see you risk your life tonight, they know what you should do. I'll take your silence as an answer. Chuck, go give me that belt.
How Jimmy DeMarco operates. And I think Ray Rowe hit way too close to home in a lot of elements, and including opening the lid on Jimmy DeMarco's serious head injury. Yes, Jimmy DeMarco's at risk. And yes, shots like that could legitimately end his career or worse. And I'll be honest, look out. Oh, I don't agree with it. I don't think Jimmy DeMarco should be in this ring right now. But you know what? Jimmy DeMarco wants to be in there. He wants to fight, and he wants to represent this company. The company that made him what he is.
And Jimmy DeMarco is taking the fight to Ray Rowe, who is out on his feet. Ray Rowe went for a suicide dive, and Jimmy DeMarco punched him out of the air, and then just drove him into the apron, and now dove on top of him, flipping himself over the ring. Jimmy DeMarco came here to fight.
DeMarco, with reckless abandon, just launched all his body weight on top of Ray Rowe, and that's Jimmy DeMarco's makeup. That's what he does. He's hurt. He probably shouldn't be wrestling, but he's not going to take that time off. He has too much pride. He has too much heart and dedication to his craft. And even with these mounting injuries, Jimmy DeMarco is in the best shape of his life right now, Jay Ward.
Very true.
Oh! I may stand corrected after that.
Oh, did you catch Ray Rowe kicking that middle rope as he tried to get in and just driving the delicious bits up into the pelvic cavity?
Hard Irish whip. And Rowe knows DeMarco's vulnerable. And the scariest thing about this, Jay Ward, is let's go back last summer. Rowe versus DeMarco ended in a knockout. Why did it end in a knockout? Because of repeated elbows and knees to the head until DeMarco was sliced open.
It says, that actually says a lot about both competitors.
Your fault.
It shows that Jimmy DeMarco won't quit. He will take every punch, every chair shot, every concussive blow to his skull that Ray Rowe is willing to dish out. And it says that Ray Rowe is willing to kill Jimmy DeMarco for this title.
If Ray Rowe does that again, if he knocks out Jimmy DeMarco and busts open Jimmy DeMarco, tonight, end of Jimmy DeMarco. Plain and simple.
There was a popular chant here back when the people loved Rowe that was, Rowe is going to kill you. It's a very real threat tonight.
Huge clothesline.
Especially considering that Reyes has been known to finish off his opponents with a knee to the back of the head.
That's right, death row, which may be more literal than any of us hope here tonight. But Jimmy can do his damage as well. Jimmy broke J-Rock's arm. That's why J-Rock's not here. But this is uncomfortable and it's unsettling that Rowe is so animalistic, he will risk ending a human life to win this championship because he is focusing on the head, the upper body of Jimmy DeMarco, and he does not care about consequences.
Well, let's take the other side. Oh, nice forearm shot.
This could be all right here. Part of me wishes it were all. I understand why Jimmy fights on, though I wish that he would.
Well, the other thing you have to understand is Jimmy DeMarco is not bound to be in this ring.
No, whoa. This could be the first suplex. DeMarco counters! DeMarco! Absorbing the Rowe, who didn't feel a thing. Look out! Gee!
And that could be it.
And German suplex, where do you land?
Right on the back of your head.
Cover! No, and Jimmy fights on again.
To be fair, Rowe is not really covering him. I think he just sort of laid on top of him. But my point being, Jimmy DeMarco is not contractually bound. He could have walked off. He is in the ring of his own choosing. And any other competitor, any other situation, you see a weak spot, you go after.
And DeMarco keeps getting back up. Keeps fighting.
That's Jimmy DeMarco.
That is, love him or hate him, for better or worse, he won't change. But he is human, and that's what worries me. And Rowe is just measuring him right in the head with these right hands, and Bobby Williams has got to seriously think about stopping this match. DeMarco may attempt to kill him tomorrow, but he's got to do it. And that's what Rowe is telling Bobby. It's your job to protect him. Call the match.
And Jimmy is stirring slightly.
Well, official's going to give him a 10 count. What do you do as the referee here? There's no easy call. There's no one right call.
Honestly, I mean, he's conscious. With the way he's up,
Who knows what's going on internally? He won't stop. He will not stop. Bless his heart, that son of a bitch won't stop.
language, Joe.
DeMarco, rights and lefts, firing away. A clothesline. DeMarco would rather die than lose the title he covets.
And lifting Rowe is no easy feat, and he's done it twice. I'm impressed he still has the strength and the wherewithal. And now he brings him to the top rope.
Second turnbuckle, superplex. It finished the matchup earlier.
He lifts him.
DeMarco rolls with the momentum and hits a bit of a brain buster. This could be all. Jimmy DeMarco pins though.
Rowe
5 minutes on by 5 minutes.
is dazed and on Dream Street. Slow to get to his feet. I am impressed with Jimmy DeMarco taking this line of offense against Rowe. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone try and be quite as aggressive.
Oh no, knees! DeMarco again lands on his head.
You saw it coming. Jimmy did.
Cover, done, no. Again, Jimmy survived. But what is the breaking point? You have to believe we're not far off from hitting it.
There are only so many strikes to the head you can take, even if you're Jimmy DeMarco.
Oh no. Death row. Could it be death for the career of DeMarco? Counter! C4! C4! Can Jimmy accomplish the impossible? Rowe kicks out.
The C4 is a devastating move, but it's still not enough to put down Ray Rowe. The man is a giant. The man's trained in MMA. He is you literally have to just keep beating Ray Rowe until you're exhausted and then keep beating him some more.
The C4 has put down J-Rock recently. It's put down Shane Taylor. But Ray Rowe survived it. No. Death Row! That's it. Ray Rowe. Wow. Leading into tonight, DeMarco was the only man to ever kick out of Death Row. Now Jimmy DeMarco is the only man who's ever kicked out of Death Row twice. Knees again. No! DeMarco in midair stops Ray Rowe. What is this? Death Row to Ray Rowe. Death Row to Ray Rowe. But no. It didn't have the technique or the style.
No, and it might have injured his knee.
It's not a DeMarco specialty, but DeMarco was going for insult as retaliation for Rowe's pre-match comments.
He's going up top. He might have a concussion.
Oh no.
What's he thinking?
This is not going to end well. And there you see why. You don't turn your back on Ray Rowe.
No, not at all.
No. No, don't do this. From the top. No!
Forget a concussion. Might have a broken neck.
Can we? I never thought I'd say this, but forget about the title. Can we stop the damn match? This is too risky. Jimmy's still fighting. Jimmy still has it, coursing through his veins. But Rowe is smothering him now with pain. An STF. And you can see how far back Rowe is cranking.
He lost the leg. It's a chin lock that he's cranking back on. Jimmy may have just spared him, may have just saved his title by getting his leg out of that.
Now Rowe, the camel clutch and the cross faces.
His forearm shivers.
You could break a nose, you could dislocate a jaw, you could pop, and here's, oh, look out. Oh, and Jimmy DeMarco
does what he does best.
He has the situation well in hand. Oh! DeMarco is ripping and tearing away at flesh. And with that, new life. I think Dr. Delicious just did a circumcision.
Not an elongation.
Oh, C4!
He caught him.
Again!
Claw part 2.
The sequel with a vengeance.
And he just yelled, I want more.
What? This will neutralize anyone.
Except for maybe Nevaeh.
Is this the one and only thing? No! Rowe is C4.
And there's no one to count.
Insult to injury. Rowe's going to win this title.
He's got both legs hooked.
With Jimmy's own move. Near ball. Only 2.
And that was 2 7/8. And I don't know, that was sort of a delay on that third. If I were Ray Rowe, I'd be angry too.
And the eyes of Ray Rowe are the window to the soul right now. Frustration. Rowe looks at Jimmy as a battered, beaten man, not as the champion and the resourceful man he is.
And once again, Rowe just attempting to chop it down with those.
And Jimmy is weathering the storm. Rowe is practically begging DeMarco to give up. A counter.
For a backslide?
That's how DeMarco beat Necro Butcher. Could have beat Rowe. Death Row again. He did not get all of it. That's no secret. But he makes up for it with C4. Could it be it? Please let it be it. Jimmy did it again.
Once again, Jimmy DeMarco defies the odds.
DeMarco battles on, showing the pride of a warrior, the determination of a true soldier. He may never again be 100%, but he still is our champion. Wait a second. That's John McChesney. I thought he was gone. No! That's brass knucks. That's a pair of brass knucks. They just leveled Jimmy DeMarco right in the head.
He certainly did. Well, really, what's that going to do?
John McChesney, he said he was gone, but tonight, John McChesney is apparently back. No. Jeez! To the jaw.
And he's summoning Chuck to the ring.
What is this?
What the hell do you think I'm doing? Chuck, I'm not doing anything. You know who's standing over you right now. 6.5 years ago, I started IWC in this CCAC campus. Fabulous John McChesney ran IWC, stealing shows, when every match he was in, while your punk ass was setting up the ring. Jimmy, fabulous John McChesney and you became friends 6 years ago. Fabulous John McChesney and Jimmy DeMarco did a lot of things together. A lot of things together. But fabulous John McChesney is no more. I finally realized who I am. I heard what Rayz said earlier. Every man has a crossroads. Well, Big League John McChesney has now entered IWC. And if any of you know about Big League, Chuck, Jimmy, you know I don't come alone.
Where's Bubba?
Big League John McChesney. Oh, Chuck, there was another thing I forgot to tell you when I became director of operations for wrestling. That is, I signed a contract this afternoon at 2 p.m. Big League John McChesney is back in the IWC. Oh, and Jimmy, if you can hear me, on May 8th at Super Indy for the IWC Heavyweight Championship, you'll be defending your belt, Jimmy DeMarco, against Big League John McChesney.
Fabulous is gone, but John McChesney is back, and he's made a big league statement.
Rest in peace. You don't want no more, John. Jim, take a walk. I don't say that very much.
Hit him in the head. We're wearing a t-shirt at.
What we need is for all these people to get on their feet and give props to this man, because I have seen through every man who stood across the way from me on IWC. And I gave you everything I had, and you kept coming. I had every intention of taking that world title with me down to Texas, where I'm going next week, and staying there. Then you rose up and you beat me in this ring. So I might not be around all that much anymore. When you need anything, brother, you give me a call. Hey, Jimmy, I put you on the interject like this, because you got a locker room full of guys who want to come out here. I know you wanted to take that title back to Texas, and I know you're going back to Texas, and for that, we're all sad and a mission. Boys, come on out here. You're one hell of an athlete. This is your home. You come back anytime, any place. My man, from one fight to the next, from now promoter,